So we're about to start our next speaker block. Now on November 8th, the citizens of Denton will have the opportunity to vote to decriminalize marijuana flower in the city of Denton.
November 8th is D-Day for proponents of decriminalizing marijuana in Denton. Supporters of Proposition B have been out in full force in an effort to change laws they view as outdated.
Give her a round of applause.
We started our petition in this February of 2022, and we had a goal of approximately 2,000 signatures. And by our April 20th deadline, our small team of...
Jeanette McKenzie is at the forefront of the movement and says there are many reasons to support the proposed legalization.
Largest ballot initiative in the city of Denton history. I think that the place that you should start making changes is the place that you sleep, because that's where the most laws affect you.
Texas became one of the 10 states to allow CBD products with low concentrations. McKenzie says the change doesn't go far enough.
We've only really been doing research on the medical benefits of cannabis for the past couple decades, if even. And so there's a lot of research left to do. There's a lot left undiscovered. But so far what we've found has been incredibly beneficial for so many people with disabilities, people who suffer from seizures, people who suffer from cancer.
With 17 states allowing marijuana use for medical purposes, Jeanette hopes for many more to come, in order to ensure that there is nobody left in pain.
From the medical standpoint, it's really sad that for so long, people didn't have access to these treatments. Something so simple could be relieving so much pain,
Supporters like Parrish Colbert believe the potential uses extend far beyond pain management.
Stop with all this digging, and we could pretty much run everything on hemp. We could make everything out of hemp. So it's just not the let's get high factor of the plant.
More rights doesn't always mean more freedoms. Citizens of some states where hemp has been made legal suggest police forces have used it in means to justify search of personal property, a concern McKenzie shares.
Using the smell of cannabis to search your vehicle to look for other things wrong, which I think a lot of people have seen the videos and read the articles about corrupt police officers planting drugs in people's cars. Who knows when you're at risk for that? You never know when it would be you or someone you love and care about.
There continues to be dispute among supporters and critics alike regarding the effects of state legislation. Despite the positive aspects of marijuana use, many think it leads to increased drug dependencies and usage, decreased traffic safety, and increases in crime. Supporters dispute these beliefs and suggest other positive results in increased tax revenue for the state.
Taxes, you can go into states getting more profit off of taxation, so you can benefit it like schools and roads and infrastructure or whatever they want to spend it on. I'm sure it would get obfuscated or complicated immediately, but yeah, generally it's a positive thing, I guess. I mean, anyone can get addicted. Anyone can have problems with it. It's just as dangerous as smoking tobacco for your lungs.
Local Denton sandwich shop, Chiba Hut, decided to show up to the event in order to show off their support. Legalization is being discussed more prominently in Texas this year as Beto O'Rourke, the state's leading candidate to replace two-term Governor Greg Abbott, has made no secret of his intention to legalize marijuana for both medical and recreational purposes. President Joe Biden has followed suit by announcing a pardon just last week for all federal prisoners currently being held on marijuana-related charges to be pardoned of their actions.
We're going to do common sense things that Republicans and Democrats and independents alike can get behind, like legalizing marijuana in the state of Texas. And given the fact, you all know this, that all Texans of all races, of all ethnicities, of all backgrounds, of all persuasions use marijuana at roughly the same rate, but disproportionately it is black Texans and brown Texans who are stopped, who are frisked, who when found in possession are arrested and incarcerated, who are
Supporters of statewide legislation show no biases in age, gender, or race, according to the CDC. Marijuana is the most commonly used drug in the United States, accounting for 48 million users roughly 18% of the population. Whether Prop B passes on November 8th, the only certainty we can count on is the debate will rage on the both sides.
The more cities that decriminalize it, the more that pressure is really on the government to say, okay, well, if we can't make money from arresting people, maybe we should just tax it.
For your NT Daily News, I'm Robert Hanley, signing out.
People's lives are being turned upside down every day, and I refuse. Something has to change, and it has to change now. So thank you so much for your time today, and please tell everybody you know who lives in Denton to vote yes on Proposition B. And if you don't live in Denton, start a decriminalization movement in your city.